Hey everyone, this is Miss Griffith, and I have come to you today with a reading lesson. This lesson is going to use the Sunday Reading Program, which is the program that I used in the previous videos. The students and learners should be familiar with the format of these lessons and some of the activities, so this should not be too many new things presented at once for the learners. The first portion of the lesson is to review sounds and to read sounds. So I have these sound cards or letter cards pre-made because they came with the Sunday kit. If you don't have these made at home, you could certainly make something similar to them if you wish. Now, ideally, when I'm in the class setting, I would show the students the sound card, They would then be responsible for making the sound that this letter represents. Because I'm not in the class setting, I'm going to show you the card. I'm going to make that sound. The goal is to have students do this very rapidly and fluidly. K, oo, k, I, a, n, p, d, z, t, f, g, a, s, j, a, x, v, d, e. Now that I have reviewed sounds and read sounds, the next portion of the lesson is going to be spelling sounds. So in the classroom setting, I would make a sound and the students would be responsible for repeating that sound and then writing the letter that makes that sound. They can write it on a piece of paper in front of them if you wish. Ah, b, a, g, I, mm, a. Okay. So once again, the goal for this would be for the students to repeat the sound that they hear and then write the letter that represents the sound that they are hearing. So now we have read sounds and we have spelled sounds. So the next portion of the lesson is going to be read words, and this will give each learner a chance to practice reading words. The words that I am going to use today are words that have the double E. We know that that makes the E sound, and this is just going to help us practice with that. Deep, seam, deed, real, peep, heel, seed, see, keep, beep, heed, seek, tea, seen, fee, need, beef, read. Now, ideally in the classroom setting, once again, I would give each learner a chance to read some of the words on the word list that I have. Because I'm not in the classroom setting, I went ahead and I read each of the words that I was pointing to, but the idea of the lesson is to have each student practice a portion of the words. So now I have read sounds, I've spelled sounds, I've read words, and now I need to practice spelling words. Because I had my students practice with the double E words, I'm going to have them practice with those same words for spelling words. So as the teacher, I would dictate words to the learner. So I would say the word, and the learner is responsible for writing the sounds they hear and writing that word down. They can write it just on a piece of paper if you would wish. Deep. Seed. Meat. Seam. Feed. After the learner writes the words that have been dictated to them, it is beneficial to have them read the words that they have written. Deep, seed, meat, seam, feed. After you practice spelling words or having your learner spell words, you can practice or have your learner practice spelling sentences as well. So as the teacher, I would dictate or say one or two simple sentences, and the learners are responsible for trying to write the sentence as I have dictated it. I need to feed the dog. I'm going to say it once more. I need to feed the dog. I would have the student or the learner write the sentence that I have dictated. This is something that requires many different skills and might require some practice. It works on the student's listening ability. It works on the student's recall. It works on the student's ability to hear sounds and write those sounds as well. I'm going to dictate one more sentence, and I'm only going to dictate it once instead of twice. The seed is in the pot. Your learner would be responsible for writing the sentence that I or yourself would have dictated. It would be beneficial to have your learner practice reading the sentences after they have wrote it. I need to feed the dog. The seed is in the pot. Now, for today's lesson, I have read sounds, spelled sounds, read words, and spelled sentences. Any of these skills that we are practicing in isolation through the Sunday reading program would be best used and practiced in reading text as well. So any reading you can do with your learner with text in front of them is going to be beneficial. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.